Every year, Jesus and his family traveled to Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover festival. But this year was special. Jesus had turned 12, the age most Jewish boys began to study the scriptures more seriously. In a year or two, he would be accepted as a man in the synagogue. When Mary and Joseph and Jesus arrived in the Holy City, they found themselves in the middle of a joyful celebration. Thousands of God's people from all over the world had gathered to remember the day God rescued them from slavery in Egypt.
This day we celebrate. This day, our holy day. This day we will await and sing our God is great. This day we lift our voices. This day. No longer slaves, this day, our land rejoices, this day, our God is saved. Pharaoh would not bow to Moses, Pharaoh would not bend his knee, so our God sent down an angel, by his power set us free. Is the darkest hour of slavery, death is passing overhead. Our loving God protects us by the land and by the bread. This day we celebrate. This day, our holy day. This day we will await and sing. Our God is great. 7 days we tell a story. 7 days till our release. 7 days we all remember till we gather at the feast. Listen, child, prepare an answer. Listen, be quick to say, why this night is like no other, why we celebrate this day. This day we celebrate. This day, our holy day. This day we will await and sing. Our God is great. This day we lift our voices. This day, no longer slaves. This day, our land rejoices. This day, our God is saved.
After the 7 days of celebration were over, Mary and Joseph joined a great caravan with their friends and relatives to make the long journey back to their hometown of Nazareth. Mary walked at the front of the line with the women and children. Joseph walked in the back with the men. Each of them thought that Jesus had gone with the other. After a long day's walk, the caravan came to a stop for the night, and the two met up.
Oh, Joseph, I'm so tired.
Yes, it feels like the walk gets longer every year.
Where's Jesus?
I don't know. I haven't seen him.
Since when?
Since this morning when he left to be with you.
What? I thought he was walking with you.
No,
Where is he then?
I don't know. Jesus!
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 Jesus! I'm scared. What if something's happened to him?
Maybe he's with family. Go talk to Elizabeth and I'll go see Zechariah.
The two worried parents asked everyone they knew. Elizabeth and her husband, Zechariah, hadn't seen Jesus, but they joined Mary and Joseph in the search. They looked everywhere, but the answer was always the same. Jesus was nowhere to be found.
He's just not here.
I think we left him in Jerusalem.
I know. We got so caught up in the religious celebration, we lost sight of Jesus.
It can happen sometimes.
More than you think.
I just don't understand. How could we have done this?
How did we fail to notice? When did we grow so blind? Why did we get so distracted? Where did we leave him behind? Life, our heartbeat, closer and deeper than breath, giving us reason for living. Losing him would be death. Remember the stable the night he was born, the shepherds who knelt in the straw. Remember the telling of angels who sang, faces shining with awe. Remember the kings and the gifts they brought, they followed us right from above. Remember the time you cradled him first, your spirit ignited with love. How did we fail to notice? When did we grow so blind? Why did we get so distracted? Where did we leave him behind? Life, our heartbeat, closer and deeper than breath, giving us reason for living. Losing him would be death.
Mary and Joseph didn't wait for daylight. They set off at once on the dark road back to Jerusalem to look for their lost boy. Elizabeth and Zachariah went with them, and the four walked all night without stopping. Just as dawn was breaking, they arrived once again in the great city. Somehow, it seemed even larger than before.
There's so many people. Where do we begin?
Maybe he went towards the marketplace. There's a lot to catch a man's eye.
He's only a boy, Joseph, not a man.
Even more of a reason he might have been sidetracked.
Spread out and ask everyone. Somebody must have seen him.
Knock till every door is open. Where could Jesus be? Keep on looking till you find him. Ask until you see. Knock, ask where? Where could Jesus go? Knock, ask where? Seek until you know.
Soon they came to a street that was lined with the shops and stalls of merchants.
Buying, selling, we have everything you need. Buying, selling, we can satisfy your greed. Do you feel your life is empty? Are you wanting something more? Feast your eyes on worldly pleasure. Think about what you're looking for.
We're looking for our son.
Ah, a runaway, huh?
No, he's a good boy. He's only 12 years old.
And he's all alone, with no money.
Oh, well, you probably won't find him here then.
Has anybody seen a boy named Jesus?
So Mary and Joseph and their friends moved on.
Till every door is
Suddenly, Mary heard something up ahead.
What's that noise? It sounds like shouting.
Oh, I think it's coming from the hippodrome.
The what?
The hippodrome. It's the place where the Romans race their horses.
I've heard they gamble on them too.
I don't think Jesus would have gone there.
I don't know. Boys his age can be very curious.
And the chariots are incredibly exciting.
Are they?
Well, that's what I've been told anyway. I wouldn't know myself.
When they got to the hippodrome, they saw that Zechariah was right. The racing really was exciting.
Come see the galloping horses. Come see the chariots racing away. Come see them cheering and cheering and cheering. Come and chase after the thrill of the day. Come see the galloping horses. Come swear, cheer to excite. 7,000 lives lighting inside. They find what they're missing when they see the sight.
Excuse me, we're missing our son. We think he might have come here.
So, he must be looking for thrills. Does he like to gamble?
No, he's not even 13 yet, and he's very devoted to God.
Boy, have you come to the wrong place.
Nobody's seen a boy named Jesus?
No!
Now move along, you're blocking the view.
Get moving! Get lost.
So Mary and Joseph and the others left to look somewhere else.
Ask where? Where would Jesus go? Knock. Ask where? Seek until you know.
Once again, Mary and Joseph realized they wouldn't find their lost son here. So the little search party kept going, moving through the streets of Jerusalem until it was too dark to see.
I just don't know where else to look.
I'm afraid it's too dark anyway.
The only thing we can do now is pray.
Maybe we should go to the temple tomorrow, before we do anything else, and pray there.
Yes, I think you're right.
There's an inn down the street. We can wait there.
All night long, the anxious parents tried to rest as the hours passed slowly. What had happened to their son? Was he alone? Was he safe? What answer would the new day bring? Finally, at the first light of dawn, Mary and Joseph and the others arose and hurried to the temple. When they arrived, they saw a large crowd had gathered in one corner, talking excitedly.
What's going on?
There's a great teacher here today. His answers are amazing, and so are his questions. And he's so young.
Joseph, think about it. Jesus loves to learn about the law.
Yes, maybe he came to the temple to hear this rabbi.
Oh, who is this master we've never seen before? Calling, reciting the wisdom of the Lord. Where is the teacher who's ever smart? Every question brings us to the heart. What did he just say? Could you hear it?
Someone just asked what's the greatest commandment, and all the lawyers are arguing about it.
Yes, but the young teacher had the best answer.
When the lawyers started fighting, this was greater. No, it's not. He asked, why not love the Lord with everything we've got? For inside every law we know that tells us what to do. There's the law to love our God and love our neighbor too.
Someone should write that down.
Oh, who is this master we've never seen before? Calmly reciting the wisdom of the Lord. Where is the teacher who is after smart? Every question pierces to the heart.
I don't love my neighbor. Who's my neighbor?
Yeah, I don't have to love sinners, do
I
I?
already asked him that. What did he say? Just because a child has wandered from the rest, do you think that God our Father ever loves them less? Every father, every mother I have ever known, they would search until they found their child and brought them home.
I hope Jesus is here. He needs to hear that.
Maybe he's up front.
Oh, who is this master we've never seen before? Calmly reciting
Excuse me, we're looking for our son.
the teacher who is after smart. Every question pierces to the heart.
Jesus, what are you doing here?
He's the one we've been talking about, the one with all the questions and answers.
You?
Oh, Jesus, we were so worried. We looked everywhere.
Why were you worried? Didn't you know I had to be in my father's house?
Oh, my son, will I ever understand you?
I have to tell you, you have a remarkable child.
We know. 3 days we wandered around looking for you.
And the whole time, you were right here.
Apparently we were the ones who were lost.
I guess so.
And so, Mary and Joseph found their son Jesus, who wasn't really lost after all. He returned to his home in Nazareth, and as he grew, so did his wisdom, until a great many people came to love him, and still do. And sometimes, like Mary and Joseph, those people get a little lost and wonder where he's gone, and they have to ask themselves some hard questions.